coming in with another TMP live stream, and we gotta address the elephant in the room, or the DMV weirdo in the room, man, as I call him, man. The DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia, man. Man, in my opinion, it is a black stain on a lot of these folks from this area, man. DMV, it is a black stain. I agree with Donald Trump. I'm an advocate and a proponent of Donald Trump and his mindset of this area, DC, Maryland, DMV, man. These people have extreme issues, man. The way in which they're raised, a lot of times, single parent households. You know, you look at the Kevin Durant's, you know, a lot of these folks, you know, luckily he doesn't, in my opinion, he's also a weirdo, but they come off, you know, he's able to handle himself as a man properly. He's not getting caught up in assault charges and things of this nature, criminality. Man, just, you know, I'm not even gonna just zoom in on DC, but DC has in my opinion, a bad reputation for raising some of the just backdooria, boo-booic, weirdo men, man. Just being honest. You know, Stefon Diggs, his brother Trayvon Diggs, they're a bunch of weirdos, man. I don't really know a whole bunch about their upbringing. I believe their father had passed away due to some type of circumstance. But yeah, felony strangulation of his chef. Well, allegedly they had some type of relationship going on, allegedly. Text message so explicit exchange between Pats, wide receiver Diggs, and private chef. So yeah, nobody obviously knows whether these allegations are true or false yet. But I'm just telling you in general, this guy is, like, when you look at him, he looks like an insecure guy. Like, I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't seem like a guy that's confident in himself. Like, obviously, a lot of these males raised in fatherless homes, it just looks like a guy with money. You know, he has extreme talent, and due to that talent, he's been able to attain some wealth. So, in my opinion, I feel like he's catching up for a lot of the things that he missed earlier on in life. I don't think he was a popular guy. The way he moves, you know what I'm saying? All these random baby mothers. Like I said, this guys that have a lot of baby mothers, in my opinion, that's just, in my opinion, that's backdooria showing. You know what I'm saying? That's backdooria, man. Straight up backdooria. Shout out to Corey Holcomb, man. That's backdooria. You understand? You're trying to prove something to somebody or themselves. It's backdooria. You understand? So when you look at him, just look at this guy. Look at this right there. I'm gonna go ahead and click on this short, and I'm gonna click on this little interview he had. But when you just look at this man, all the video, he's never smiling. He never seems happy. He seems like, and you know, internally something's wrong with him. You've never seen a video with this man looking like he's actually enjoying his life. I'm just being honest. He always looks monotone, I guess nonchalant, whatever you want to call it. He's too cool for school looking, you know, as far as how he wants to look. But he just screams insecurity. You know, to a man who knows themselves and knows who they are, his actions scream nothing but insecurity and a lack of knowledge of self. We're gonna get to this video, man. We're gonna get to some of this things going on, but we're gonna, you know, let's get it.
Or, you know, disrupt in any way. So if anybody asks me a question that's pertaining to it, Stefon, sorry, I didn't, you know, it's been a couple of days. I usually get to talk to you on Wednesday, but, you know, obviously it's a different time, very emotional time. Taken back by some, you know, things that's been going on, but I want to be here to say sorry I wasn't available for those couple of days. You know, it's a different kind of time, but dealing with everything, it's definitely an open case, so I can't even say anything about it. I will be open to any football questions, anything you want to know. I don't want to be rude or, you know, disrupt in any way. So if anybody asks me a question that pertaining to it, we saw you yesterday. Look, you know, y'all kind of know me.
Also, I cannot respect men that have respect for other men but disrespect females, bro. That's one thing I like. It's such a coward behavior to put your hands on females. But you never hear none of these guys being demonstrative toward men in no way, form, or fashion. Have no smoke for men. You know, they actually have utmost respect when they're around real gangster-ish. You know what I'm saying? Like real niggas that'll put paws on them, hands and feet on them. They have the utmost respect. They're calm, collected. But when they have women, they're emboldened. when they have women that challenge them, they're emboldened, they're violent, they're combative, they're volatile. To me, it makes absolutely no sense when you see these guys, bro. These prima donna receivers, these little backdooria weirdo prima donna dudes as athletes today, man. It's really sickening when you look at it. And this guy, this is an older gentleman. You know, he's not young. He's 32 years old. You know what I'm saying? So it's a guy that knows better. You know, it's a guy that was raised in my generation. He's 4 years younger than me. You know what I'm saying? So he was raised in my generation. He should know better. He should know better. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, hey, shout out to all the people that's, you know, waking up to who this guy really is and who he's showing he really is as a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a man, this is not a good depiction of manhood to me. Just being honest. The way in which he carries himself and conducts himself as a man is really just low life. It's degenerate. You know, you having all these different baby mothers. You know, it screams, like I said again, insecurity. You're chasing after Offset's baby mama with kids, trying to act like you're taking her serious, a celebrity get together or what do they call it, set up. It just seems like an insecure weirdo man to me. You know what I'm saying? Just being honest. And we gotta give these young black men better depictions of masculinity and manhood going forward in this world. You know, this is, like I said, putting a whole bunch of notches on your belt, creating a whole bunch of broken homes and families with these women. Take the money out of it. You know, the women are gonna chase the money. You know, we know the women are gonna clout chase. They're gonna chase the financial security. But as a man, to create all these broken homes and try to mask whatever identity of masculinity that you uphold in yourself and in your mental, mindset and in your mind is crazy. You know, it's crazy. Like, it's crazy that men in general can be on such a discord as far as what we consider masculine energy or masculine behavior. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of men today, they think having a whole bunch of promiscuous sex with women is masculine behavior. You know, and in my opinion, that's not it. You know, creating broken homes, things of that nature. It's a safer way to do these things. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I feel like a lot of men, they're trying to cover up past trauma, past situations that they don't went through. You know what I'm saying? Who knows these guys' circumstance growing up in Maryland in a single parent household. He said he had to raise his younger brother who's got in trouble for things. These guys have been accused of, drugging the man, their ex-manager, and trying to sleep with him. These are weirdo guys, dude. I'm just being honest. Like, these are not reputable men. These are not masculine men. And like, I just had to call it out, call it the task. Keep it 100. Speak truth to power. Speak the reality of things going on. Tell people that these are not people that you should emulate, look up to. None of the above. None of the above. And we should not condone this type of behavior. To the hoes like Cardi B, man, I'm glad that they get their comeuppance. They can, it's karmic, it's karma, it's justice. You know what I'm saying? It's karmic justice, as they say. So, man, it's a good day. Yes, sir. And I would also say, let this be a reminder for women like Cardi B that choose to throw their whole relationship away, their marriage away, actually throw their marriage away, whether it come with infidelities and things like that nature. That's neither here nor there. You signed the vows. You got married, signed a marriage certificate. You know what comes with it. So just throwing all that away for a good time and some dick and excitement. More so excitement than anything, because it's something new and fresh. You got to teach these young ladies, man, like, the exciting thing, the new thing is not always the best thing for you. Sometimes you got to sometimes you got to fall on your face and realize that, she's a wealthy person, so she can get psychological help and things of that nature. So she'll be all right. She'll bounce back, and if not, fuck her. You know what I'm saying? But it's just a warning sign, and it should be a wake up call for a lot of these women to know The grass isn't always green on the other side. That's for one. For two, you gotta live with your decisions you make in this world. You know, the things like that you do that are permanent. You know, you got a whole son out here now. You know, you got a whole broken family. Yeah, at one point you had a whole family that was all together. You know, whether Offset cheated with all these hoes or not, you know, he wasn't having babies with these hoes. He must have been being protected of himself or doing the right things in that nature to not have all these kids. And you got with some man that's your boyfriend, so you downgraded from a husband to a boyfriend who's not even faithful to you. So people been saying this for the longest time. Like, why would you leave a cheater for another cheater, a bigger cheater, who actually has no real connection to you, you know, other than having a child with you, which he has with a lot of random women as well. So that is not something that he holds to any type of, you know, not standard, but he doesn't hold any type of respect or honor toward that position of mother of his children, which is also something that you gotta, you know, you gotta check and respect and look at. You know, if a person can have a whole bunch of kids with random women, that means he don't respect himself. You know, he definitely don't respect the woman. If you don't even know her, don't know her energy, don't know her likes, dislikes, where she comes from, her history, her past, you know, her present. You know what I'm saying? Like any of this nature, her level of intelligence. That man don't care about himself. He just, you know, spreading seed and having fun. You know, in life, like I said, it's about responsibility. That's not something that's just fun. You know, having kids is not just something that's fun at all. In no way, form, or fashion. This is the whole person that's going to grow up to being a whole adult, and you want to have them with some type of consistency. You know, like I said, Offset, he had kids from different, you know, relationships as well. So, you know, that's probably also a factor in this thing. You know, why she probably felt like she could just do the same, but you know, she's finding out. I'm sure she's finding out now. The grass is not always greener on the other side. And it's best to stay with the devil that you know than they're out here playing these games. You get involved with the devil you do not know. You understand? So that's just facts.
At this point, but shoot, what kind of support have you had, Stefon, from your teammates? We saw you yesterday on the field breaking huddle, and
nigga like a broke dick dog, bro. I'm just being honest, man. And that's how he looks. Just looking at body language. The man looks depressed. He always looks depressed. Looks sad. And the people, in my opinion, people just like this, men that are successful and they always look mad and angry all the time. I feel like they had something happen to them growing up. Real talk. Like when you have, from the outside looking in, consistency and peace and stuff like that. You got, you know, you made it to the highest level. Your brother made it. You know, you have wealth beyond your, you know, greatest imagination. You know, as far as so you can take care of your family, take care of yourself, and you still out here angry, violent toward women, just, you know, doing erratic things. To me, it just screams like you have some type of past trauma, and in my opinion, it's probably some type of sexual trauma. Somebody took something from him, you know what I'm saying? Just the way he looks all the time, he looks all humdrum, like a broke dick dog. So it's like it's hard for me to really respect. You know, I like. You know, knowing that, you know, I give you that respect because I know he's had some type of trauma. You know what I'm saying? Just look at the guy. He has some type of trauma going on. You know, he's trying to mask it with pussy, mask it with the, you know, whatever, the celebrity connection, the clout, you know, the money, whatever you want to call it, the babies, having a bunch of baby mamas with niggas that already had baby mamas. So it's like, you know, you can just tell he's an insecure male, and we got plenty of them. Money don't change that. You know, I say the same thing about a lot of these clout chasing celebs out here. You know, this the Deion Sanders, you know, dating the I forgot that girl's name, the girl that used to date Offset and all these niggas, Karuchi used to date Chris Brown, just the shit like that, you know, chasing it, you know, dick diving after another nigga, as I call it, bro. It's backdoor your weirdo activities, man. You know what I'm saying? Backdoor your weirdo activities, and they're insecure, dude. They are very insecure. You got to watch for insecurities in people, man. I'm telling you.
Seems like you're the leader out there at this point still. You got a football question? Well, this is not about any sort of crime. It's just about how you lead and how your teammates are. Regarding football, I'm going to continue to be the guy I've been. You know, trying to finish the season strong. It's definitely it's a good team on the other side of the road, you know, in the good heat. But going in with the right mindset, I'm going to keep the same mindset. I've been a leader on this team. I've been the same person this whole time. Don't expect a lot of changes from me. So,
how do you guys guard against distractions?
It's kind of been a thing throughout the year. You know, we all deal with life stuff, you know, family stuff, or it's the worldly stuff. It's just, you know, being a football team is hard. You band together, you lean on your brothers, you lean on your people that you spend the most time with. For me, you know, I've been dealing with it my whole life, nothing new to me. So, I just got to roll with the punches, try to stay as positive as I can. And, it's definitely something you always got to adjust to, but I'm built for whatever.
How would you describe your focus right now?
As far as like football?
Football and off the field.
He ready to try to change the subject. I get it. Like, he just seems like a confused and then very unintelligent guy. In all honesty, he doesn't seem like he has the most intelligence either. But you got to be honest with yourself. And you got to know what you do and do not possess. Ability wise, man, he just seems like a lost individual. Just being honest, all the fame, all the fortune, all the success don't mean nothing in this world if you cannot control your temperament, if you cannot control your behavior. If you're sitting around hating who you are, like, what does it matter if you're rich? What does it matter if you're, get these women that are bag chasers, sack chasers, gold diggers, sexy gold diggers, but what does it matter? This is gonna go to the next man. They're not loyal to you. They don't really like you as a man. They like your money, the lifestyle you can provide. They don't like you, so that will make you depressed. Like, a lot of men, they see through the shit. They see that the women they're just as masculine minded as you are. They're as you're trying to get that pussy, that cookie, man, they're trying to get that money. It's the same transactional mindset where they don't care about you. They're gonna put you through the system, they're gonna put you on child support, they're gonna drain that contract, they're gonna leech off of you however they can. That's not love. And men know that. Like, a man know that makes these rich dudes, they're rich. They're not wealthy, but that makes these rich dudes, like Diggs and whatnot, that makes them very, very insecure and very hating of them, self-loathing of themselves when they know the woman is only around for the resources. They're not around for your, for you, for whatever nature that you may exude, your energy. They're not around for that. They will dip as soon as the money dwindles. That's, as an insecure nigga that he obviously is, that has got to be a blow to the ego when these women don't really care about you. They're having babies with you because it's a transaction. They know they're going to get a piece of that Gillette New England Patriot check. Gillette Stadium got them big bag. So it's like, bro, that's like just being, if you can put yourself, you can empathize for anybody and put your shoes, your feet in another person's shoes, you can see that can't be a good way to live. I'm just being honest. Like, as a man, no man wants to be transactional. Even if you have a whole bunch of money, like this, when this woman could poison you, like this lady that they don't really love you. The only one that probably got real love for this man is Cardi B, because she's already got kids. You know what I'm saying? So she's already, got baggage, damaged goods. That's probably the only one that really rock with your energy and really fuck with you. She called you her boyfriend, all this nature. She's probably the only one that really fuck with you. She got her own money, so she's not chasing no bag like these hoes is. She got music mogul money, you know what I'm saying? The music industry money. That's probably the only woman that really rock with you out here in these fields, and you don't even really want her, if you be honest with yourself. You know what I'm saying? You ain't really checking for Cardi B, you know what I'm saying? Leftover sour milk, BBL ass, older chick, having a kid, you ain't really checking for her. You want them young, you know what I'm saying, whippersnapper rabbits, them goddamn bunnies to fuck with you. And they don't, they don't. They fuck with the check, you know what I'm saying? And they gonna get that check off of your ass, being honest. But like I said, man, let me know what y'all think, man. TNP, True Masculinity Podcast. Like, share, subscribe. Show some love on that Cash App, man. Hit that description box, man. Like, share, subscribe, all the above. Appreciate y'all tapping in. We got to do more videos. 2026 is a beautiful day, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Peace and hair grease. All love.